Well, I've been having a really lovely time. I'm back on the field where I've been detecting for years and years and years. And they're really quiet now. They were detecting on before I even got here. I've had a really lovely morning. I found quite a nice casket key. And a couple of musket balls. And I've just been thinking, it was, again, nothing much coming up, but really lovely to be out all the same, when suddenly out of nowhere, there were two signals really close to each other. One was a thimble, and the other was this. It's a Celtic gold coin, and I haven't found one of these in ages. I don't know which one it is, I'll have to look it up. But it just goes to show, I mean, I was just thinking to myself just how lovely it was just to be out. And then just amongst a few musket balls and cartridges, literally out of nowhere, this. I mean, I'm absolutely thrilled, and I can't really concentrate now. And I've been thinking a lot recently. I've been finding some quite nice things. And I know I'm lucky. I've got really good land to go on, but I know it's also to do with the fact that I've been doing this quite a long time now, and I'm getting very good at using this. Because I wouldn't have dug this. I'll show you how it sounds. Quite dull. And it wasn't a long way down, but that's what I heard. Only that. A few years ago, I'd have walked straight past that. I wouldn't have dug it, especially as the thimble was literally a couple of feet masking it. And I knew there were two sounds. It wasn't even a couple of feet. It was literally a foot and a half. You find something like this, it's really hard to go on. I'm not sure I can, but cool. What's that? Gold. Okay, find some more. Find some more. Wow. Well, I'm on my way to get some lunch. I can't concentrate, but I've just had a little tiny signal, and it's a cup quarter. Again, that rang quite nicely, actually. I'm not going to lie. That was Tasky. He's not allowed to chase his tail. It's going to lead to mental problems in the future, apparently. So no. Sit. Tasks. Sit. Tasky, good boy. Good boy, stay. I'm not going to pretend that this was a really squeaky one. It was actually quite nice, because it must have been quite near the surface. Not bad. So that's not a bad one at all, but lovely. I don't know how old it is. Again, I have to look that one up. But it looks like a short cross. Whew. Gold and silver within about 5 minutes of each other. After having a lovely 2 or 3 hours with absolutely next to nothing. It's a funny game, this. Crikey, it is windy and I've forgotten my hat. So I'm getting a bit blown away out here. Come to this field where I found quite a few nice things recently. I'm scouring it rather, but things are still coming up, so it's definitely worth it. I found a few crotal bell fragments, bits and pieces like that. Nice little buckle. So nice how many of you like buckles as much as I do. I get really excited about finding buckles. In fact, I should probably learn a bit more about them because I find them so hard to date. But that's got to have some age. It's in good condition too. And then this. I've no idea what it is. I dug up a very boring looking piece of copper. And I just noticed it had a little bit of gilding on it. So I put it in the sort of nicer bit of my finds pouch. And then 2 or 3 foot later, another slightly bigger piece of copper with the same gilding on it. And it turns out so nice, isn't it, when you find fragments of things and they fit together. I mean, it's not beyond the realms of sort of possibility, of course it's not, but it doesn't happen that often. Anyway, it does, it fits somehow, just like that. I've no idea what it is. It's very coppery. It's got gilded stripes and a big pin. So it's probably a mount of sorts or something to do with horse harnesses or whatever. But I'm really pleased with that. I mean, it's not in very good condition, but it's certainly an unusual item. Very damaged, but really rather cool. What is it though? No idea. And I've got a really nice signal here. It's just been drilled, this field, or rather the seed's coming through, so I don't know how much longer we've got on it. No Tasky today. I'm out here for such a short amount of time. I thought I really needed to concentrate a bit. And he's also got something called kennel cough, poor thing. So he shouldn't really be outside too often for too long anyway. Just a bit of lead. Well, he says that. It's got something on it, but it is lead. Let's have a look. Looks like it's the cap of something. Well, it's not just a lead blob. It definitely belongs to something. It's got some sort of marking. I don't think it's a cloth seal or anything like that, but it looks like it's the cap of something. A lead top. Well, that's nice. That's really lovely. I was just thinking how often really wispy signals, which are really deep, that you think you're sure it's something, so you dig them anyway. They usually turn out to be really, what's the word I'm looking for? Complete anticlimaxes, i.e. there was something there, okay, brilliant, but it was a button or a cartridge cap or something. They very rarely, well in my case anyway, turn out to be any good. And that's what this was. It was deep and tiny, but very dull, thin coppery, isn't it? But it's not. It's a really nice continental Jetton. I can see the shield on one side. I'm not going to rub it too much now. I love finding these. Gosh, it's so nice. What a day already. Lovely sunny day, very windy. I hope you can hear me. I can hardly hear myself. Probably not such a bad thing. Anyway, I can see sort of fleur-de-lis and shields and all sorts of things. Really pleased. How cool. It's such a beautiful day. It's so lovely to be out. It's warm. It's the 1st of November. I've just found one of my favourite things to find in the world. I'll show you in a second. That sounds really close to the surface. And it is. Just there. Very bright, too bright. Too bright. It's a button. Just a boring old button. Gosh, I thought that might have been something a bit more exciting. Anyway, but have a look at this. Firstly, an unusual coin. I can see a face on that side. I can see the nose. He's facing left. I don't think this is English, and if it is English, I think it's a token. I don't think it's a run-of-the-mill British coin. It's got one of those circles round the inside of what might be the legend on the reverse. So maybe it's a foreign one, or a condor token. Don't think it's English. It looks a little like a Duke of Wellington one I found not long ago. It's got that sort of Wellesley nose. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, I really like it, but I don't know what it is. Another little tiny buckle, lovely. I think that's a buckle anyway. And then this. Now I know some people say, oh, they're anything from Iron Age to medieval. I think they're Iron Age. Of course I do. I think they're Romano-British or Iron Age. And it's a little bronze bead, and it's a really nice one. I haven't found that many of these. I absolutely love them. I think they are my favourite thing. After gold Celtic coins. Not in the best condition, but gosh, that is old. Really, really pleased with that. Well, I hope you can hear me okay. It's so windy. I'm sorry to keep saying that, but I'm being blown away here. But I have got rather a snazzy microphone on at the moment, so it might be working quite well, who knows. Anyway, apart from the ones I've shown you already, I've done really well in the way of buckles today. That one's quite nice, with its pin still in. Half of a spectacle button, that's a bit more ordinary. And then this absolutely fabulous one. I think must be the pin. It looks like it's probably had some gilding on it as well. But I've never seen that design before. I'm absolutely thrilled. I mean, that's really, really cool. The camera's going to blow over any minute. Oh, I'm feeling quite blown away. This could be a nice one. Then I'm going home because I'm hungry. But it's been a jolly good morning. It's in here. It's too bright. I know I always say that, but all my live digs have been a bit crummy today. Oh well, it's a coin. And I think it's a little farthing of sorts. Well, it's got Britannia facing that way, so it's not going to be two. It's going to be George IV onwards, isn't it? I reckon that is, yeah, George V. Or George VI. George V. George V farthing. Every time I've been setting up for a live dig, it's just been a button or something, so I've rather stopped. And I just thought that sounded too bright. But there's only a few things that can be, and what it is one of them, and I'm thrilled. It's a sestertius, it's a Roman coin, it's a big one. These big ones just make a socking. Crotal bells are a bit similar. but so is modern aluminium. But that's lovely. It's a chunky Roman. I don't know what's on it. We'll have to clean that up and I'll show you a photo later. Oh, it could be one of the girls. I think I might be able to see a bun on her head. I just don't know yet. Wow, what a morning. And on that note, thank you very much for watching and see you next time.